star so far for the Heads, but once again, not able to hold back. Both Heads' chances have pushed it high, and that kind of shows nerves early, because you want to put your whole foot through the ball, but sometimes when you do that, you get a little bit too far under the ball and push it high.
Yeah, right now Heads is definitely keeping a strong intensity, seeing how the London Whitecaps will react to all of this. And at the moment, London Whitecaps are doing very well. They're keeping cool, they're keeping calm, they're not letting their formation fall apart and not letting any big silly mistakes happen. Even though a few shots have been put on net, they have reacted well here to the top.
Stated, surely it's got to be the shoes, but surely it's got to be the pants. That's what makes you an elite goalkeeper, an elite Canadian goalkeeper, is the long pants.
It's got to be. Gonzalez doing well over there on the far side. Was able to get a foot in, but
kind of have to dink and dunk and needle their way up the field, whereas Heads have really just been able to run straight out to be the best, and the best has come, well, not quite the best.
yeah, Chalmers on that far wide side. She is doing very well, and yeah, whenever they get the chance with that ball, they are countering. And even though it's only been a few counters that's happening for London Whitecaps right now, they've been doing well to try and take those opportunities with it.
We mentioned before that Heads was going to come out all cylinders firing right away, whereas Whitecaps, they're more likely to try and feel out their opponent, try and slowly pick them apart. And that might be what's happening now, but Heads have made it look good so far. Just haven't been able to. There's been about 3 chances for Heads right now where a better shot might have made this look a lot worse for Whitecaps London.
McCullough got the ball taken away from that turn. Header back in. Another quick header. Oh, you're crossing that. McCullough was able to get her foot in there and let that one go for a throw-in for Heads.
Real physical play so far from both sides. If you're talking about physicality, that with the exception of a couple big players, that style of game tends to favor Whitecaps London. Heads has been able to get the right people in the right places and in the right time. You can hear that foul from here.
Yeah, big clip happened there. Pelage has been doing very strong defending in the back corner there. Not letting anything get through to that 18-yard box. Heads has only been attempting cross-ins.
Looks like we have a sub early for Whitecaps London. Gonsalves is coming off in favor of Jalen Clifford. Or no, Gonsalves is staying on. I didn't see who came off. But Jalen Clifford's on. That's pretty early to be making a sub, eh?
Yeah. Clifford is in. Didn't see who took her spot. Good crossover from Mills. Gonsalves running it. And it would be a London throw-in.
Bit of a, as we mentioned, because of the selection crisis, a lean Whitecaps London roster. Only 3 subs on the bench. Figueiredo, Ali, and Clifford. So they've got to pick their spots and use who they can.
Good defending. Rombo running this down to the corner. Fouling it out now. Clifford able to try to clear that one out. Trying to get it close to McCullough. But now that'll be out for a goal kick for London.
Real fortitude there for Olivia Mills. Much smaller than Rombo, who was coming into attack, but Mills from that little frame still showed impressive physicality to box the opponent out and keep the ball in London's possession, although it was turned over by her teammate quite quickly. Still impressive from Mills.
Fast press there from Oyer. Now it'll be a London throw in. Here in the getting close to the 15th minute mark, it's still 0-0. Heads has been keeping really high pressure on that right now. Not letting London get through on anything. Good quick cutback. Foul.
Yeah, you heard the referee, Kaylee Bruce, through his shoulder. So turns the ball over. What could have been a great chance for Heads. They kind of maybe running out of chances here. Whitecaps London's starting to close down a bit.
Oh. Both colliding. Ball sneaks away from them though.
Very physical game so far.
Yeah, definitely a physical game going on right now. Mills trying to cross it over to the far side to Gonzalez. That's bringing it over to the wide. Ooh. Ball just skips a little over Sarah Burra foot. Throw in here for London. Looked like Mills was going to try and send the hand cross over, but was able just to control and pass it down here to the middle now.
You don't usually see a lot of difference in fields in soccer, but it's not like baseball. But North London Stadium is really unique in how it's shaped geologically. It's kind of curved for drainage. So if you have the ball, you want to force the play down the middle so you don't have to go uphill towards the net. Another good chance there by Hoyer. Hoyer has been an offensive juggernaut so far, but hasn't been able to hit anything home. And we're going to have a mass sub here for
big substitution going on here.
So there must be re-entry in this league. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd be making these subs this early.
Knox walking in. Cassidy is coming in, substituting in. And same with Waller. Substituting in here for Heads. And yes, there is no limit on substitutions here in the WRSL in comparison to some of the other leagues.
And you can come out and come back in.
Yep.
So it's definitely a whole different way to coach a game, and that's what John Fasari and Omar Gonzalez have to deal with. When do you want your players to catch a breath, and when do you want them to be out there pushing? And the Heads probably not really keen to make any subs because of how strong they've been so far.
Definitely some fresh legs coming onto the pitch. Can cause a little bit of a threat to the London Whitecaps, having a bit of a low amount of substitutions as well. Right pass to the wide. Got deflected though from McCullough. Oh, bit of a tumble. McCullough still has it on her foot. Big Chris crossover. Chalmers was able to still keep on that. Head's able to take the ball away though, trying to take advantage of this counter. Mills was able to scoop that away though, and it does get deflected out, and it'll be a London Whitecaps throw-in.
Yeah, Whitecaps London found new life here, and I wonder if that has to do with Heads' substitution. Maybe they took off too many of their better players, because now suddenly Whitecaps London have more life in those legs and are pushing hard on Heads' substitutes.
Well, definitely with the amount of that substitutes coming in, they have to kind of gel and sort out what the other players are doing here on the pitch. So McCullough sending it down here in the middle. Arthur tried to get her foot on that. His defender bringing it down here to the wide. Gets deflected out.
The pendulum has kind of shifted as you look at the Heads bench, with a lot of their starters waiting for their turn to get back out there and make a difference. Kind of ruined missed chances so far, because they've definitely had their chances. A couple of shots off target. Those go on target, this could be a lot different.
Both teams getting a couple foot on that, but now will be a Heads throw-in again. Pelage was able to get their foot on that. Gonzalez fine for it. Kick up and over. Back over to the wide here. McCullough looking to try and switch the pitch, but sending it down wide here.
Calvis has got legs. Look out here.
Oh. Gonzalez still battling for it. McCullough got her foot on that. Send it over to the middle here. Over to Chalmers. Does get help from Mills in the middle there, but Heads is able to take that ball back away. Now running down here onto the wing. We're trying to send it forward here to Rombo. Rombo not able to get her foot on that. Back here over to the wide. Clifford able to grab that.
Look at Allie! I got two. Look at Allie! Look at Allie!
Hoyer crosses up and oh!
Yeah, it looked like a cross. It was actually an attempt on net. Heads, what I've liked about them so far is they like to just send balls on net, make Idris Stauffer do work, but actually so far Idris Stauffer hasn't had to do much, because the attempts on net have not been. They've been high and wide. So, right idea, wrong execution so far for Heads, but if they can start to rain these shots in, this could be a long night for Idris Stauffer.
She has been quite the stopper as well.
Right there, right there. Turn! Man!
I don't want to leave you hanging.
Colo did try to send that down to the wide. Gets deflected off from Heads.
Okay, go Sarah, it's with you. Go, Zoe, up, Zoe.
Gonzalez up on the touchline for Whitecaps London.
Big throw up and over the midfield line. Arthur making a quick pass to McCullough. McCullough. Oh, cut back into the middle. Over to Mills. Mills trying to run it in. Passes over to wide there. Mills passing back, recovering a bit.
Okay. So the Heads are ready to make a sub here. Charlotte Capper ready to enter the game. Looks like she's coming in at the next stoppage.
Chimino able to cross that and get that ball out. Taking away the opportunity to counter for Heads. A lot of Whitecaps right now are slowly picking up their momentum now. I think they're slowly adjusting to Heads gameplay. Seeing some new opportunities come in.
As we mentioned with that mass sub earlier, how much of this is what we mentioned before the game, which is Whitecaps London likes to feel teams out and make their attacks later. And how much of this is Heads making that mass sub kind of kill their momentum?
And for sure it does. Sometimes if you have that amount of players substituting in, they have to adjust, figure out what the other players are doing out there on the pitch. And especially at the start, all these other players have been seeing how London Whitecaps have been playing and then quickly just changing it up like that. London Whitecaps do have to try and adjust to Heads as well, but it is a bit of an advantage for London Whitecaps already having some warmed up legs on the pitch.
And you saw on the screen there Gonsalves and referee Alexander Shipley having a disagreement. You got to stay focused. These Heads are back on you.
Chimino able to clear that up to Clifford. Oh, big crossover there to Gonzalez. Just a bit too far.
I like Smith there playing it out quick. Heads has shown that when they get runs, they can go hard, and AJ Smith not slowing this game down at all. Let Whitecaps be on the back foot.
Looked like Penny was trying to control that ball down, trying to pass it over to Knox, but ball does go out. It'll be a limited throw in.
The football manager for Heads, John Fasari, hitting the calm down button, just trying to settle his team down. It's a very physical game, and emotions can run high, especially if you're a team like Heads who are trying to come into London and win a game on the road in a much bigger city. A team with that Whitecaps sponsorship. Your emotions are going to run high here, especially for Heads, and they've done a great job so far of staying within themselves and playing their game.
Gonzalez trying to get her foot on that.
There's a sub coming in soon, Charlotte Capper. I'm really excited to see what she can do here. 4 goals so far in Heads. And the one thing that Heads haven't been able to do so far is hit the net. If Capper can get the ball on her foot and get in a good spot, this could be a good series here for Heads. Capper's been waiting to come in for a while.
London was able to keep that ball in over in the wide here. Gonzalez now deflected off from the defender on Heads, and the ball does go out on the throw-in. Quick little turnover there. Big throw comes in. Clifford looking to attempt another long throw in. Right down to Pelage and McCullough.
Heads' physicality early has started to be matched by the Whitecaps. This is a very contact-heavy game for a non-contact sport.
Well stuck in there from Mills. Now a quick pass over there to the other side. Arthur did get a foot on that, tried to attempt the shot. Smith was easily able to grab that one.
Yeah, I like the idea from Arthur for putting it on net there, but you really need to get some more mustard on that. Just kind of deflected it towards the net when really you had time to let it bounce in front of you and take a shot. And good chance goes begging. First real good one for the Whitecaps.
Chalmers sending it down here to the wide. Gonsalves tried to bring that down. Heads defender saying no to that. And here is the substitution coming in.
Capper and Joey. This is an interesting sub here. We got 2 subs coming in for London as well, but I want to talk about the Head sub because Capper is coming in for Hoyer. And I would have really liked to see both Capper and Hoyer on the field at the same time because Hoyer's been the offensive juggernaut so far for Heads, whereas Capper is is a scorer. 4 goals on the year so far. Can put the ball in the net with ease. Whereas Hoyer has been able to get the ball to the net, but has struggled with putting it in the net. So I would have liked to see both of them on the field at the same time rather than a sub for each other. It looks like more subs coming in for Heads shortly.
Throw in.
Looks like Kaylee Bruce is one of the subs coming in. We'll try and figure out who the other ones are. Thank you, Amanda Cerebra, for telling us that she's also coming in.
Quick shoulder there in the middle. McCullough able to grab that one back up. Running it down here to the middle. Trying to send it off. McCullough having to pass back. Man on her back. Now it's back over to the wide.
If you're the Heads, you want to get the starting 11 back on soon. You were so good early, and now the Whitecaps are finally starting to push. You need that momentum turned right back.
Take it up.
Penny is sent it down to the wide. Now coming back down, run to the corner here herself. Trying to look for the top of the box. Stauffer was not able to grab, and it does get kicked out from the London defender.
Yeah, it looks like it did come out, but the Heads will keep possession. So it came out before Capper could get a foot on it, hitting Stauffer last, so it will be a corner. Look for this one to go high up in the box. Maybe not straight in towards the net, but set up a play.
Capper swinging this one in. London does get the head on that. Quick clearance. Big shot. Oh,
That was an
wow.
absolute howitzer, but a fantastic save by Idris Stauffer to get a hand on that, just deflected enough to the bar. Heck of a shot, even better save.
Yeah, couldn't say it better than that. That was what a shot as well, though. But Stauffer not allowing it. And another corner kick here. Capper swinging this one back in.
For a team called Heads, heading the ball off the corner has actually been a weakness so far this game.
Stauffer not able to get her hand on that. Quick shot over, and Stauffer. Great saves.
Idris Stauffer, are you kidding me? What an unbelievable save on what looked like a sure chance. A sure goal for Heads, and now it's come back the other way.
There'll be a London throw-in.
Idris Stauffer on that last play, I mean, you can't goalkeep better than that. That's not what they teach you in school because they don't expect you to be that good in school. What an incredible save sequence. The save before that to set up the corner, and then the save off the corner. You can't ask for better than that from your keeper. It's the long pants, I'm telling you. It's the long pants.
It must be.
If you're a Canadian goalie, wear long pants and you become elite.
Stauffer kicking it back in. Mills battling it with her. Chalmers able to send it out to the wide. Heads defender was able to sneak that one back in.
Yeah, look wide. Nice ball. Go, Charlie.
Ball down to the wing here. Capper able to grab her foot on that. Stauffer is reaching out. Tried to chip it over.
Good try.
Great chance from Capper. You don't usually see Capper miss those from the side, especially. Stauffer went out to make a make a play, but
Definitely Capper might have felt a little off-putting there, seeing Stauffer out of her net that far.
so finally we will see the sub for Heads. Bruce, Sarabara, and Evans coming into the game. Rombu coming out, and Heads, for a team that's been shooting well but has trouble actually hitting the back of the net. I'm surprised Rambu's coming out. Rambu's been the prolific scorer for this team.
Clifford passes to Pelage. McCullough here in the corner. Passing it over to the middle. Mills able to look like to try to cut back. Heads was able to grab her foot back on that.
I like how Laura Chimeno's been playing defensively for Whitecaps London. A lot more work so far than she's probably wanting to see as a defender, but hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Laura Chimeno on the back side looks like she's playing center, maybe center right in the back.
Bit of force play there. Heads able to hit the ball, but now London quickly changes that momentum over there in that corner. Bring it back over to the... Oh! Both players going down there.
And Spencer Kalin coming over and make sure both players know you can play physical, but don't play reckless. No bookings handed out so far in this game, but it's been a very physical game, so Spencer Kalin and his officiating staff have got to keep an eye on that. Make sure this game doesn't get away from them.
Quick kick into the middle there. Both teams run to the ball there on that breakthrough. Bruce was trying to reach for that. Now London's defense able to clean that up quickly.
And so far, I've done great at giving London the illusion of safety. They'll give up the ball, but the counter press shuts down any sort of counter right away. It's been really something to watch. Whitecaps London can't catch a breath.
Penny pushing forward, trying to look for the top of the box. Gets deflected off the foot, goes up in the air, but Stauffer was able to snatch that one.
Stauffer the stopper, as you called her earlier. She's been doing very well this game so far.
Clifford defending this one. In the corner. Capper having no help. Tried to turn to see if she could cross that in, but it goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, 37 minutes in. Heads. They got to be happy with how they played so far, but at some point you've got to start regretting not scoring on one of their chances, because eventually those chances are going to dry up, especially with how good Whitecaps London can be offensively.
Pelage getting pressured very fast here from Heads. Looks like the Heads player there was saying it looked like it was going to be a corner, but linesman saying nope, goal kick.
Chimeno's taking this one, probably going to send it long.
Capper on her head on that. Cross back into the middle.
Stauffer the stopper again, active in net. Been playing very well this game. Called into service a lot so far, but
Ooh, Gonzalez able to bring that down, trying to still defending for it over here. McCullough opening up for her. Quick pass to Chalmers. Chimino is trying to bring that out to the wide. Just a bit too far. Well in. Brianna Halley sending that up forward there to Gonzalez.
From the other side of the field. We're not in any sort of skybox.
Yeah.
We're at North London Stadium. The skybox here is right on the field, on the opposite side, right next to the camera you guys are seeing. Well, we're having a great time out here, aren't we?
We are. And
sound more convincing.
Definitely here over into the middle. Sound more. We are. It's just a little further away over there on the play. Not too hard. A little too hard to see what's going on.
Yeah, we got our monitor here, but if you're just looking at the field, we're gonna have to replace your glasses with magnifying glasses here, or binoculars. That's what I was looking for.
Telescope.
Yeah. The web telescope over there, send it over so you can see. Not very many players because it's supposed to block out stars, right? So we're not gonna see any players if we use the web telescope.
London's throw in here. Mills passes Chalmers. Chalmers passing it back. Lodge. Crosses over here to the other side. Penley battling with the London defense. Now it's back here over into the corner. Penny coming into the corner. Shot on net. Well, it was an attempt on shot. Another shot, but London defense is able to quickly grab that. Another shot coming in from Penny, and it will go far left.
Yeah, Zoe Penny has been influential since she came into the game, but even she hasn't been immune to the curse that's on North London Stadium, apparently. None of these Heads players who have put shots on, only one of them has been on net. They've had so many chances, and all of them have gone left, right, or high.
It's still some decent attempts, though, trying to take shots from far wide.
Oh yeah, every attempt they've taken is a good attempt. Like, they've done a great job to put themselves in those positions for sure. They've got to start putting these on net.
Chalmers able to grab that. Bring it up to the middle here. Halley running it down here. Looking to go wide. Heads defense line looking just to clear that one out. Wow, Capper able to keep that one into play here. McCullough passing it over to Gonzalez. Back here into the middle. A quick crossover to the far side. It'll be a heads thrown. Getting close here to halftime. We're in 42 minutes.
And Heads are going to take possession here. Looks like maybe a handball is called. Or no, might have just created line and went out of play.
Another throw in there.
If you're Heads, you like Whitecaps London can afford to play a little conservatively here before half. If you're Heads, you need to score before half. You need to get something out of this half where you've been so dominant. You can't leave here broke. Got to put some money in the bank.
Chalmers passing to Mills. Mills sending that up here. Trying to pass it out wide there to Figueiredo. Figueiredo battling with the fullback. Does go out wide, and it'll be a London throw-in. Chimino bringing that right back into the play there.
Alex, it's been a very physical game so far. The subs have been well used so far just because of how much abuse all these players are taking. And in a physical game like this, you can't lose your nerve. You can't start retaliating. You've got to stay within yourself. You've got to just keep playing your game. Because as soon as you get suckered into retaliating, you're playing their game.
Yeah, and that just takes for the teams just not to lose their mindset right now, not getting too hot-headed. They just keep their cool coming into second half, especially when you kind of have to dig deep a little bit more in the second half. Your fitness level is kind of playing a bit more of a crucial role. So that's when you might see some more retaliations happening. Chalmers trying to make a quick pass over to the wide there. Well defending. Looks like that ball ran away a little bit from Chalmers there. Now it's back over wide here to Capper. Capper able to tap that one in front of Pelage. Running in. Cross comes up and over. Just a little too far from Stauffer's hand, but Stauffer was still able to get to that and pick it up.
Stay in the middle. Okay? Gravy.
Stauffer the stopper sends it down, and that's half. And that half, Heads, they're going to be left happy about how they played, but regretting they weren't able to cash in.
0-0 here, yeah, at halftime. It's actually been quite an interesting match from both teams.
Heads, again, like Whitecaps are going to be really happy with getting out of that, not giving up a goal. They've some life, especially in the middle of that half. But Heads really got to be regretting not being able to score any point in that half.
Yeah, 0-0 here at halftime, and we will be right back here on Rogers TV.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Hi, my name is Mike Arsenault. I'm a morning show host and digital broadcast journalist at Chorus Entertainment. What is the hardest part about being a parent?
Having kids.
And I became a volunteer at Rogers TV London way back in 2012. I always wanted to work in the broadcast industry, but I didn't have the educational background, so I figured Rogers TV was the best way for me to get my foot in the door to the media broadcast industry. If you're willing to put the time in, good things will happen, and start early. I didn't start getting paid to be on television until I was 28. Started volunteering, I think, around 22 or 23. But if I had the educational background in either journalism or media, I would have been able to start my career just a little bit quicker.
Back here at halftime in the WRSL. Whitecaps London against Head. Here at halftime, it's 0-0. What are you seeing out there right now, Joey?
Yeah, so Heads is definitely the stronger team so far, but I mean, we've got Idris Stauffer the stopper, who's been playing really well, but she honestly hasn't had to do much work. Head had about 10 shots. 2 of them have been on target. One of them was right into Stauffer's chest. The Heads have been, like, they're a great team. London have got to feel great about getting out of that first half with no, because they think they are the more talented team. Their cup game as the home team, they've got home field advantage, and they're looking around like, guys, it's 0-0. We just need 1 goal, and that ought to be what Omar Gonzalez is telling his team right now, because this Whitecaps team has the talent to put goals forward, and we've seen it a couple times. They've had a couple chances where they're forward, and just nothing offensively has been able to get through. Whereas, as we saw the Heads, so many.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on the Whitecaps London. With that low number of substitutions, it does make it hard because they're playing long amount of time more, and it can start to steam themselves out a bit more. But definitely, even starting off, the intensity that Heads gave was very wrong, and Whitecaps was able to kind of hold their ground very well from that. They were prepared what Heads was trying to come and attack them with, and yes, there were some opportunities that happened, but they were kind of understanding the whole style of their game, what's going on. More shots were being put on Stauffer, but she been very well on that, and now you're starting to slowly, when it was getting closer to the second half there, Whitecaps was able to pick up their momentum very well, and it was really fast, and they were looking for some more opportunities to come in.
Yeah, and you saw it right there, Coach John Fazzari talking to his team. Among them, right in front of the camera, was Hoyer, and Hoyer has looked so dynamic and influential on that right side of the field, taking a bunch of shots, none of them on net. So that Heads honestly should feel great about that half, because they looked like the more dominant team. They looked like they were controlling the game. It's been a very physical game, and they've got some bodies over there that have been able to push players out of the way and make great plays on the ball. Again, their one problem, you got pros and cons of that half. They have one con, but it's the one. They can't hit the net.
You're definitely right. McCullough and Chalmers, though, in the middle has been doing really well, and they've been down penny of making any sort of runs in the middle as well, which is a crucial. And they've noticed that one key point. But here right now, we're going to be going to break time, and we will be back here with second half very shortly.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy, or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
So one of the exercises we're going to look at is a squat. A squat is a very important functional exercise in terms of it takes your body up and down, and it's a great one to do with your kids. So first of all, we're going to look at Jess and Cash. They're going to do body weight squats. So let's see your body weight squats. Away you go. And you can see they're getting all the way down, hips getting below knees, knees tracking straight over top of toes, and back is nice and flat. Now if we want to add a little bit more resistance, picking up a dumbbell or a kettlebell is a great way to build your strength. So we're going to pick that up. He's going to tuck it right underneath his chin, and up and down he goes. Good. Nice and controlled. Up and down, up and down. Perfect. And then of course there's the main barbell squat, which most people are a little bit more familiar with. Jess is going to duck underneath the bar. And she's going to get her feet a little bit wider, shoulder width apart, and she's going to squat right down. You can see again, hips getting below knees, knees tracking straight over top of the toes, back nice and flat. Good body position.
back here, still at halftime. Both teams are still in their corners, still discussing their sort of plan of attack here for second half. And I think right now, taking a quick look at the standings.
Here, it's still early in the season, only a couple for both teams, but Heads and Whitecaps London, this is a big game for both teams. Heads 1 point back, and they would really like to walk out of here with a win, so they can be 2 points up. Look at the plus minus. We mentioned this a little bit before the game, but Whitecaps London, they've played more games. They've got the same amount of wins as Heads, and only one more loss, but their plus minus is even, whereas Heads plus minus is 9. When your plus minus is the same as your points, that's usually a good thing. And when they win big. That doesn't spell super well for this one so far. 0-0 out of half, but they've shown where their offensive fire. They've just got to direct that firepower.
Yeah, and hoping to see in second half, both of teams just probably looking at some different opportunities to take here, maybe trying to see if there's any more openings, trying to just see if they can maybe get a goal and change the whole momentum of the game style out there right now.
Teams taking their spots in the field. Big game for 2 Whitecaps. You just saw Jalen Clifford, one of them, Brian Alley, the other one. 2 call-ups. They don't usually play at this level, but because of the injuries to Whitecaps London's main 11, they're getting the call-up to play some key minutes here in a big game against Heads, who are looking to factor as one of Whitecaps London's key rivals this year. Close in the standings, and if both those players can play really well today, then maybe they'll get a further look later in the year.
Ball's back into play here into second half. Heads did start the ball here in second half, and already quick run down here onto the wing. Oh.
Side of the net, Stauffer might have got a finger on it. Doesn't look like she did, as they're going to go for a goal kick. And that's sort of the thing we were talking about earlier. Heads, they're a more physical team, especially with this depleted Whitecaps London roster. So if they can get to the net, they're going to likely try and... Was that a goal kick? Did they already make the kick?
No, it's just a goal kick here still.
A little bit of confusion, as that was Anna Oy Smith thought that was about to be the easiest turnover and goal of her life.
Kick down the wide here. Chalmers got a foot on that. Mills, ooh, wow. Little sneak turn back on there, bringing it now to the middle. Mills sending that up here to the wide. Gonzalez tried to get a foot on that.
If I were to say one phrase for both these teams this half, for Heads, it's rein it in. You've got the power, you've got the skill. Just put it on net, play within yourself, don't overdo it. Whereas for Whitecaps London, it's you just need one. We're still tied, and have they looked like the better team so far this game? No. But can you turn that around with one goal? Absolutely you can. One goal behind AJ Smith, and suddenly this is Whitecaps London's game to lose.
You can definitely go both ways here. It'll just take one of the teams here just to have a little bit of a slip up.
Whitecaps kind of got to change tact here. The 2 straight throw-ins have been failed.
Chalmers able to get his foot on that. Back here in the middle. Penny looking to send that down to the wide. And just a bit too far.
Veronica Pala, for the first 25 minutes of this game, was getting run out of the building by the Heads players, and since then has really come into her own. Pala has been probably one of Whitecaps London's best defenders for the second half of the first half, and has looked good so far.
In the corner, cross comes into the top of the box. Whitecaps able to clear that one out. Let's back in here. Oh. Hallie tried to pressure onto that one. Capper send that up to over to, and it's just up and over.
And once again, a great chance goes begging. Stauffer is a great goalie, but hey, I'm sure she would like some of those shots to be on net too, because she's trying to show it for the scouts too, and she hasn't really had to make any key saves so far, except for the one huge one in the first half. Since then, hasn't really been troubled by any of these shots. I mean, Heads have taken about 12 shots, and only 2 of them have been on target.
Big kick up and over here into the middle. Colo send that here wide.
Something I really like that Heads is doing is they're talking a lot. They're communicating with each other well. They have an open dialogue out there. Whitecaps, London, I haven't really heard do that so far.
Mills, great turn on. Now battling, looking to try and get some recovery of the players. Now big cross comes in here.
Come on, you gotta get the ball.
Chalmers passing to McCullough. McCullough looking for support. Head's able to quickly grab this and looking for the counter now. And it will be now out for a London throw-in.
Kaylee Bruce brought into the game to try and get some more offensive firepower from the midfield position. Only 1 goal so far this year, but she has looked very strong so far. Setting up plays for Capper and Hoyer.
Penny running down here to the middle. Does take a shot and looks for the rebound, and it's a goal.
Finally, Heads able to open their account. Great play there by Zoe Penny to put that on net, and finishing the drill is Avery Goodchild, putting that one in the back of the net, and Heads finally are up 1-0. You see, Goodchild was able to pounce on it there, and that's not really Idris Stauffer's fault. Stauffer made the great save on Penny's attempt, but
looks like there was no defender there to...
That rebound had nowhere to go but right onto Goodchild's foot. So we mentioned all these players on Heads taking shots all game. Avery Goodchild with her first shot of the game opens the bank account here for Heads.
It was like what we were saying. It just was going to take one little slip up, one little hiccup for one of these teams to get a goal. And right there was just a quick rebound, and now it's 1-0 Heads here in the 51st minute. Chalmers did get battled off there. Quick cut from Penny. Penny had no help, had to quickly cross it up. London's defense able to snatch that one. Hallie, and that ball will run out, and it'll be still a London throw-in. Lage throwing this in. Oh, looks like that ball was trying to get passed down there.
Just a quick correction, I said that last goal was Goodchild. I believe it was actually Anna Oy Smith. Still her first shot, so everything I said still applies, but it was Oy Smith, not Goodchild.
Run down here on the wide. Knox is running, but still down on the wide. Oh, looks like Gonzalez.
Is that Gonzalez?
Yeah, Gonzalez has went down. Looks like a bit of the collision there.
In some pain, but looks like she's all right. Just kind of screaming into her jersey like, no, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good, coach. I'm fine.
She will walk that one off.
Probably saying some not very arable language into that jersey right now.
Quick pass. Back into play here. Oh. Evans still able to grab that one, but now back down to the wing. And switch over. Capper passing it back. Quick 1-2. Well defending from the fullback on London.
I believe that was Jalen Clifford, the call up, trying to get entrenched on this new team.
Clifford passing into the middle. Quick cut in there. Corey Smith attempting a shot. Gets deflected off. Corey Smith still pressuring through. Whitecaps were able to clear it. And ref is calling that free kick for London.
Yeah, it looks like Anna Smith might have got through a forearm out there, trying to win possession there.
Ball down here onto the wide. McCullough. Ball does go out. Big throw in from Pelage. Both teams did stick in there, now back here into the middle. Ball does get switched to the other side. Boy Smith able to battle it. Quick cut back into the middle here, trying to look for the shot, and it is offside.
So that's a good break for Whitecaps London. The momentum has been all heads since we've come out of the half. They really need a quick chance.
Yeah, that switch of the field there. That momentum was growing fast there for heads.
Ooh, really unfortunate free kick there.
Penny running it down. Looking to pass to the top of the box. Flash. Quick clearance. Cerebra got a foot on this. Back into the middle to Penny. Cheeky little fake turn, but now back over and switching over to the side.
Oh, Zoe Penny.
Chalmers able to read that pass through. Oh.
Zoe Penny, with her ball handling, has been absolutely sensational this game. No assists, no goals to speak of yet. Just some really nice tape for the reel, courtesy of Rogers TV.
Mills, great crossover to the other side here to Hallie. Hallie pressuring it down, makes a quick cut to the top of the box, and it just goes a bit wide.
AJ Smith trouble for the first time in a minute, but is able to just let that one go by. Looks like Zoe Arthur is going to come into the game for Gonzalez. No, that's Gonzalez.
Both names are pretty
Yeah,
close on
we got
pronunciation.
Sarah Gonzalez and Olivia Gonsalves. See, even in my explanation of their names, I almost messed it up again. Two very close names.
Quick pass from Smith. Now down here into the wide. Great turn from Mills. Mills will attempt a shot from far out.
I can't even just call them Sarah and Olivia because there's also an Olivia Mills. So we have to call them Gonzalez and Gonsalves. And we've had to call them a lot because they've been very good this game. Both of them have shown great plays with the ball so far.
Yeah, both are very strong key players for the offensive side for Whitecaps London. And substitution is being made here.
Yeah, late sub, Sophie Power Rossi coming on. Didn't see who's coming off. Looks like it might be the person on the very far side.
Looks
Who's
like
gonna take the long way, so we'll get her as she comes back.
Might have been an injury. Smith making a quick pass back down to the wide. Penny, quick turning it over, looking to switch to the other side. Sarah Burra bringing it down here. Chalmers able to grab that, but
No,
the ref is calling it a hand.
and so it can hit the arm as long as you don't make your arm an extension of your body. And the ref's gonna rule that would have gone past her head on the sides, and the hands came up to block it. So that is an extension of the body.
While defending from London, looking to send this down to through. McCullough looking for support.
It was Grace Knox that came off, by the way, for the sub, but no injury, thankfully. She flashed me the thumbs up, so she seems to be all right, just coming off for the sub.
As things got flushed here on to the closest side of the field. Chalmers did try to switch it. Things still got tangled, but London still has a foot on this ball. Cross does come up and over. Smith able to scoop that one up easily.
A half hour left in this game. Whitecaps London kind of got to start playing with a little bit more urgency here, as Heads, after pushing so hard early in this game, are going to be a bit more content to let the clock run a bit.
Yeah, as you can see already, Heads actually has slowly been defending a bit more. Even their defense line is holding back a bit more, and even some of their midfielders not pressuring too high anymore. McCullough still trying to bring some pressure over to the wide.
Push up, Marley. Push up, Marley.
Looks like London's push on the back. Arthur able to still keep the foot on here for Whitecaps.
Get back.
On both balls. And it will run there. Stauffer be kicking that back over into the middle of the half. Penny was able to control that one down very easily. Switching over to the other side. Mambo was trying to turn on that, but London's defense was able to collide with it a bit. And that'll be a throw in here for Heads.
Yeah, there are a lot less urgency for Heads than before, but the threat is still there, and Whitecaps London knows it. They kind of got to give them a bit more space, because they know that if they give them an inch of space, Heads will take it and take a shot.
Penny taking a shot. Oh! Wow, the little skip that happened there.
Idris Stauffer misread that horribly. Took a bouncing ball. Thought she was going to be able to just sweep that out. But it bounced over her foot into the net. That's a real tough one.
I was not expecting that one to go in. It looked like Stauffer was able to grab that one, but
Tried to play that with her feet. Goalkeepers can, in fact, use their hands. But just bouncing ball, tried to kick that out. And skipped over her foot, went straight into the net. I didn't see who got the goal there. I think that was Taylor Taylor Rambo. And if that was in fact Rambo, that would be her 11th on the year. 2-0 Heads. Now Whitecaps London really got to be urgent.
Yeah, now some urgency is picking up here. Hallie trying to pressure that back line. She does keep that one in. Oh, foul.
Yeah, that physicality we mentioned for Heads might start becoming a problem. As Gonsalves has had a really eventful game. She's been one of the better offensive players for Whitecaps London today, but she's also been thrown to the turf about 4 times.
Yeah. Definitely with the pace that she has, though, she has been a big threat to the Heads defense line, but the defense line has been just pushing her off, but it has been giving some free kicks in here. Smith grabbing that free kick in there.
Yeah, those low bouncing free kicks into the box are a lot more dangerous than you might expect, because especially on a field like this, you never really are 100% confident which way it's going to bounce. You've got to just jump on it. And then if you try and jump on it, maybe a foot you can't see is going to jump on it for you and poke it behind you.
Chalmers well defending. Recover, quick pass. Clifford passing it back over to the wide here. Good turn on Arthur. Mills looking to still try and bring this down to the wide. Still able to recover back from that. Chalmers bringing it down here. Oh, just goes a bit far wide there from Goodchild. Sarah Brewer not able to get to that one, and it'll be a London throw-in. Boy Smith doing a few cutbacks there, but Clifford able to grab this one. Looking for some support.
Chloe Cassidy, a fantastic physical play there.
And that'll be a Heads throw in.
And as we mentioned, where we're seated is we're right on the touchline. We're right by both benches, and the vibe over here is that the Heads bench is very jovial. They're very happy, whereas the Whitecaps bench is very nervous. They're down 2. They need something quick. And looks, yeah, in the far side there, we had a Whitecaps player who was injured.
Dave, come on, take me off.
Did you see that? Amanda Sarabra was asking to come off, and the coach said, no, you're staying out there.
Brianna, stop, Rob. Brianna, come. Brianna.
I think there was a sub for the injured player. So Sarah Gonzalez is going to come back in. Looked like it was one of the call-ups, Brianna Alley, who went down.
Big throw in from Sarah Burrow. Boy Smith cutting back into the middle here. Doing a few cutbacks. Oh. Big shoulder to shoulder that happened over there in the corner. Bruce throwing this one back in very quickly. We were trying to pass that one down to the wide.
Yeah, we thought maybe that the Heads' strategy was to kill off clock because they're up 2-0. But an equally valid strategy is let's just make it 3-0. And they're still pushing hard. They've still got their foot on the gas. No sign of slowing down yet.
Definitely getting closer here to the 70th minute. You can slowly start to see some of the Whitecap London's players are getting a little bit more tuckered out with the low number of substitutions they have as well. Great cut though here in the middle. Mills trying to run for that. Smith will do a bit of a slide for that one.
Especially against the high fitness team like Heads. Like Sarabra was asking for a sub, but there isn't a player out there who couldn't go for 90 minutes on Heads just by themselves. So if you're going up against a team like that and you've only got 3 subs on a on-the-fly sub league, you're gonna have some problems, and they've had some problems today.
London's defense has been doing very well though, even though they have been getting pressured a little bit there. Now here's the counter coming on.
Yeah, Whitecaps London, they would be fine making this a 5-5 game, but the offense just hasn't been there. The Heads defense has been spectacular. And Whitecaps London, they've had some difference makers on offense, but they haven't really been able to turn that into too many chances. They've been much better in the last 10 minutes, don't get me wrong. But over the game as a whole, Whitecaps London's offense has been really struggling.
Gonsalves here in the corner now. Good pass from Arthur. Chalmers looking for someone to open up for a pass there, but Oy Smith now trying to send it down here. Chimino was able to find the full-back player. Still trying to run down to the wide. Chalmers were able to be there to clean that one up a bit. Good ball work from Arthur. Arthur bringing it up into the middle here. Mills able to grab that one. Does a little bit of a quick turn back. Oh. Bit of a misread of attempt of the play there. Still good work from Whitecaps London. Stauffer will now cross this one over to Arthur.
Avery behind you.
Goodchild pressuring
nutmeg.
him. Wow.
Avery Goodchild.
Sarabura crossing that over, but Stauffer's now bringing this back in. Arthur tried to get her foot on that. Over here to the wide. Chalmers. Sarabura. Boy Smith able to get her foot on that. Wow.
Good defensive play though by Laura Chimino.
You got it, Anna. All the way.
Quick turn pass. And a shot on.
Oh, great
Wow.
save. Stauffer the stopper is back in business. Had a bit of a hiccup earlier, but makes a fantastic save there on a great chance by the Heads.
Huge save.
That'll bring up a corner.
A little bit of a hiccup there on the London's defense, but great recovery though from Stauffer.
A little bit of mind games there. Kaylee Bruce was kind of dancing around with it. Idris Stauffer there. You see it still in the background. Bruce and Stauffer are kind of going back and forth right now.
Guess ref not seeing that. Cross comes in here. Lodge able to get her foot to sort of clear that one out, but it will be another corner kick.
This Heads bench is lively right now. This is the liveliest I've seen either bench all game. They're feeling it. They feel another goal coming.
Good job crossing that one up and over. London's defense scrambling a bit there, trying to get that one out. Stauffer able to get her foot on that. Now up and over, trying to see the opportunity of a counter. Heads defense able to grab that though.
Yeah, big props to Idris Stauffer. Had the big mistake earlier, but hasn't let it affect her. She's been solid since then and made some key saves.
Oh. It'll still be a heads throw in. Looks like it might have went off the heads player there, but
Both teams are getting ready for a sub. Looks like Zoe Penny is going to be one of them for heads, and I think that is Avery Figueiredo getting ready to come in for Whitecaps.
gonna be a corner kick here for heads. Gonzalez was battling there, trying to clear that one out. And then we'll go out now for a corner.
For a team called Heads, they've actually really struggled heading the ball this game in the box off corners.
Good clearance.
There goes Zoe.
Sarah Burra got back very quickly. I think Arthur got a little unexpected from that. And the cross comes in over. No heads player to get a foot on that one. Gonzalez looking for support. Passes back to the defender.
Both teams looking to make some subs,
Oh,
but play is in.
plays back in here now. Looks like a substitution was going to go on.
Yeah, Rambu and,
No, it
and
is.
Penny were both already calling for their subs.
Yay! Do you have the time?
Did you see Sarah Burra there? She asked for a sub 20 minutes ago. She still hasn't got it. She's looking at the bench like, come on, I would like to sit down. It's 2-0.
Oh my god.
15 minutes left here in the match, and
That was Oy Smith and Bruce coming off, by the way, for Heads, and Veronica Pala for the Whitecaps. So 15 minutes left, still a lot of soccer to be played, but who's your player of the game so far?
I gotta say Stauffer. Stauffer will definitely be
Yeah, she had
player
that
of
one
this match.
She had that one mistake, but the other goal wasn't her fault at all, and it was just a bad luck rebound. But she's made some fantastic saves this game, and she's also been able to play up in a sweeper role when she's needed to. So Stauffer the stopper has probably been the player of the game for the Whitecaps. I agree with you there. For Heads, I mean, you could go many places here. You could go Brooke Hoyer, who had a very influential first half. You could go Charlotte Capper, who's had a good game. You could go Anna Oy Smith, who had the long distance goal. But I'm gonna go Amanda Sarabura, who's Amanda Sarabura, who defensively has been really influential for this Heads team. And even though they've had a very offensive heavy game, when they've had to play it out of the back, Sarabura and that defensive unit has been really calm, really collected, and able to get out of the zone. Although I would hear an argument for Zoe Penny, who in the midfield has done pretty much the same thing and also set up one of those goals.
Oh, for sure, yeah. She is definitely more of that playmaker here on the pitch.
And took that hard shot that caused the rebound from Stauffer that set up the Oy Smith goal.
Chalmers and definitely even Nicolo have been playing very strong on Whitecaps London here, though. They've been shutting down a lot of plays in the middle, stopping a lot of counterattacks even happening. Same with Veronica Pala. that just got substituted off.
A lot of performances to feel good about today for both sides, but Whitecaps London, they can't be too happy with all the chances they gave up.
Big throw in here.
Idris Stauffer is a fantastic goalkeeper, but she can't put up with all those chances that were given up.
Yeah, the Whitecaps letting a few mistakes happen.
Oh my
there.
gosh.
Oh, got a bug on the microphone.
Big bug that I've never seen before. Is that a... I don't even know what that is. Big bug on the mic. Do I talk into it still? I don't even know.
Corner kick here on heads. Another shot up and over.
That's been the story of the game. Heads have had great chances, but the shots just don't go on target. That one was deflected, but even still, they would have really liked that one to get through. Stauffer has done a fantastic job dealing with the shots that she has faced.
Olivia.
She's been put to work running around, diving around. Even the ones that aren't on net, she's still had to deal with. This guy won't leave my mic.
Sada over there.
Whitecaps
Come up.
looked like they just weren't able to react fast enough, though.
Yeah, right there.
The heads player did run in to try and take that shot. And the cross will be coming in here now. Sarah Burrow passing to Penny. Penny, quick cut in there. Bringing it down here over to the wide. Great defending. Now Mills, quick cut into the middle. Now look, try to send it down to the middle there. Figueredo did get a control onto that, but now Penny has run back down to the middle here. That'll roll there to Stauffer. Big kick up and over from Stauffer.
This little bug is still on my mic. I shall name him Roger.
Penny sending that now down wide here to Rombo. Rombo kind of back, trying to look to the top, and great defending there from Whitecaps.
Oh, he's gone.
Chalmers trying to bring it down to the wide. Penny will let that one run out.
I can talk again now. I won't feel bad yelling at a small bug. Small bug. It was a large bug.
Open green.
Penny, quick cut in there. Still playing on the top of the box. Passing it back over to the wide here. The cross comes up and over, and Whitecaps defender is able to get a foot on that and clear that one out.
Not cleared out the way she wanted to, though. On those chances, you really want to clear it out to the side where it'll go for a throw-in. That one hit the unfriendly side of the flag there and gives up a free corner when really, if she had just settled that one down, she had some space, she could have kicked that out of bounds in a more friendly area.
A little tough, though, when you have to quickly react to a ball coming in like that. Arthur.
Roger just flew on my face.
Behind.
You bought it 2x. There you go.
Good work from Arthur here onto the wide. Trying to keep it Sarah Burrow. Mills up to the top here now to Gonsalves.
Amanda, you got one wide.
Gonsalves still here in the middle, passing it back here.
Hold the line, Green. Hold your
Mills bringing
line.
it up, taking advantage of the free space. Try to get up
Push up,
into the
Green.
middle
Move
there.
up. Push, Brooke.
Now the run down the wide.
Go Taylor. Go Taylor.
Cross goes up forward. Stauffer was able to grab that. Rombo, a little too far for her to grab.
Push behind.
Penny. Well, defending from Mills.
Yeah, the secret's out. Zoe Penny can't do anything with the ball now because 5 blue shirts come right on her.
Mills bringing it down here to the wide, trying to send it up to there to Gonsalves. Gonsalves for the shot.
Fantastic save there by AJ Smith, getting a glove on that one. That was Whitecaps' best chance of the game.
A really strong play, though. It was a really good run from Gonsalves over on that left side.
AJ Smith talking with Evans and Borges, trying to figure out what the strategy is here. It's 2-0, but one quick goal by Whitecaps London could precede another, and they would be really happy with that.
Opportunity could come from this, from Whitecaps London here on the corner.
Gonzalez with the corner.
Not too many corners they've gone here in this match. Crosses in.
Move it out, Green.
Hit a wall of green, but they couldn't settle it, went right out of bounds. And Heads are the stronger and taller team, at least we've seen so far this game. But Whitecaps London have had the advantage off of defensive corners, so maybe it'll be the same on offensive corners.
Crosses back in.
Push up.
Whitecaps able to still keep control of this one. Passing it back to Mills. Mills swinging that one in there.
Move the line.
Sarah Burra.
Go Amanda, go Amanda. Nice.
Still swinging up into the middle here. Oh, looks like.
How about Sarah Burrow's run there? Gets it right to Penny in a place where Penny can work.
Penny doing a quick cut in there. Well,
oh, scramble.
Oh, wow.
Good try, though.
They're making fun of me.
I thought Stauffer had that one there. Jamino looked like she was clearing that one. Gonsalves! Wow.
Olivia Gonsalves.
What a shot.
Yeah, and a great ball in. And Whitecaps London now right back in this game. 2-1. Just flicks it over AJ Smith's head. Nothing she could do about that. Great shot, well placed.
Here in the 86th minute. Definitely the momentum coming up now. It looks like there was a bit of like mismatch going on over on Stauffer's side right before that, and then that big opportunity of the counter. Really taking advantage of that for Whitecaps London. What a goal.
Whitecaps London, they have the skill, they have the speed. They can make this a game. Only 4 or 3 minutes left in this game. But the ball's on the wrong side of the field right now for that.
Stauffer. Ooh. Slipped out of her hands there, but she's still able to grab that. Clearing it out.
It's been a physical game, but the refs have done a pretty good job of keeping things in check.
Figueredo passing up over here to the right to McCullough. McCullough looking for someone into the middle.
Green may have looked like blue there.
Cross over into the middle. Oh. Looks like the pitch might be, and a shot on net. Stauffer was able to quickly save that.
Yeah, good shot by Goodchild, but Stauffer made no mistake.
Looks like the pitch might be getting a little bit slippery now as it's getting colder here. Ball skipping a bit more. Mills got a foot on that, keeping it in. Arthur passing it back out wide to Mills. Mills crossing it in. Chalmers with a foot. And it just goes wide.
And we mentioned earlier that the Heads bench was lively and moving and excited. Not anymore. Now it's a bundle of nerves on this side of the field.
It's getting closer to the 90 minutes, so Heads is definitely getting a little scared seeing all these opportunities that Whitecaps is coming in now. Whitecaps is digging deep.
Heads is an extremely offensive-minded team, so the best way to defend a 2-1 game is to make it a 3-1 game. And that's what they're thinking right now. Their coach is yelling at them to push up, which you don't usually see when you're only up by 1.
Chalmers sending that up to Mills. Mills looking for the overlapping run. Pass up to the... Oh. Looks like it was getting deflected out. Mills keeping that one in. Wow. Pass back here now to Arthur. Arthur, quick turn. Heads clearing that one out fast. Chimino bringing it up into the middle here. And a quick shot. Oh! Wow! Oh my!
Great shot.
Wow!
And a mistake by A.J. Smith. Bounces off, heads into the net, but a fantastic shot from out wide.
Oh my gosh!
And we mentioned it 5 minutes ago when Whitecaps London first scored. 1 goal can become 2 very quickly with this Whitecaps team.
Wow! What a shot! And definitely, it must be the pitch is getting a little wet. Might be a little bit of dew or something coming on.
I believe that was Gonsalves with the shot.
Gonsalves. Is that her set? No, that was, yeah, yep, Gonsalves, I believe. I think you're right on that. But yeah, the ball is definitely skipping out there right now. And that ball skipped right into the legs of Smith.